We'll go on from the position where we stopped. This is a super advanced position. I don't even know if this chess tactic would even be on a chess puzzle because it's so deep and it is so complicated, and something really surprising here, Black's position. As you can see, the Black rook is under attack by the bishop, and if you're being attacked, again, the ABCs of chess, try to think of an attack that is stronger than the one that it's against you. And if you remember, your number one attack is to put the king in check. And you actually can put the king in check on this move with the knight. Now, X-ray attacks in chess are some of my favorite attacks. So there's an X-ray attack against that pawn. If you can think about the position, if the black knight puts the king in check, then the black knight is going to be captured by white's knight, to which the black bishop can capture that pawn. Now, what is white's response to that going to be? And the answer may surprise you. And if you look at white's queen is actually trapped. There is no place that the white queen can move without being captured if the black bishop goes to where the pawn is. And so black can actually win the queen in this position, as crazy as that may seem. So we're going to erase these marks. I'll show you how it plays out. So black puts the king in check. White responds by capturing the knight. Black is actually down 3 points to 0. Black then captures the pawn 3 points to 1, and believe it or not, that queen is trapped. Queen can't move here, or else the rook will take it. Queen can't move there, the bishop will take it. Queen can't move here, or the rook will take it. Queen can't move here, or else it'll be captured by the other queen. And the queen can't move here, or else it'll be captured by the rook. The queen is trapped. Black's going to win it. The best way, or the best move that white can make, is to capture the bishop to try to get a little bit of points out of the position. So now it is 8 points to, 8 points to 1. The bishop will capture the queen, making the score 9 to 8. White can recapture the bishop, making the score 11 to 9. The queen can put the king in check. King has to move out of the way. Computer says the best move is right here. Queen can take either one of the bishops because they're both unprotected. The better one is the one closer to the king. And black wins the exchange 12 points to 11. White is still ahead, but white's position isn't really that good. And the king is out in the open, and black has some attacking chances here. Again, really interesting tactic, super, super hard to see. And that's why studying tactics and studying chess puzzles can be so valuable. We're going to flip the board, and the knight ends up backing up, protecting the rook. Best thing for white to do, white is ahead in this position by 10 points, so it's okay to trade pieces. The knight to take the bishop, rook, take the knight, and yes, it's a 3-point to 3-point trade, but with white being ahead by 10 points, get those pieces off the board. We're going to look at that position from the opposite side, from black now. And you can see that white's bishop can take the knight, which is 5 points, but there's actually something really dangerous about that move. So white's going to go, and this is how the game did play out. So white did end up taking the rook. Now there's 2 different ways that black can recapture, with the pawn or with the knight. And one of them is way better than the other. And it's actually better in this position to capture with the knight. And the reason why is that if you take it with the knight, then the black knight is in a pretty good position. And if white is not careful, black could do a really amazing tactic. Do you see a great attack for black in this position? Of course, white has to move. But let's say that white was a little careless and wasn't paying attention and moved the knight to right there. What would be a devastating move right here for black? And you know, one of the most powerful attacks is a check, and it does have to do with the check, and it's what's called a royal family fork. Here, the black knight is attacking the king, the rook, and the queen at the same time. If the king moves out of the, well, the king has to move out of the way, but the rook can choose whether or not to take the queen or the rook. And of course, black's probably going to take the queen. Again, if you attack the king, rook, and queen all at the same time, it's called a royal family fork, and they're a lot of fun.